Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Rams going up against the 49ers. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. The fourth-year man out of Eastern Illinois, Jimmy Garoppolo, leading them out onto the field.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's McKinnon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
Marquise Goodwin brings plenty of speed and jumping ability as befits an Olympic long jumper. He made the team in 2012, as you might remember. But what also he's looking for is an increased role as a wide receiver after leaving Buffalo.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. Third down here. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
Make no mistake about it, the LA Rams are loaded with talent on defense, and they're led by their front four, especially defensive tackle Aaron Donald and defensive end Robert Quinn. They finished number 9 overall in total defense in 2016, and now they have a new head coach and new defensive staff. They figure if they're not in the top 5, they've had a disappointing year.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And his 3rd year on is the punter Bradley Pinion to kick it away. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Last year's #1 overall pick, here he comes. He'll be leading them and looking for an improvement in year 2, Jared Goff.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup. Love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
To throw is gone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Again, Goff. And that is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing again is gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
It's Johnny Hecker now, an all-pro 3 of the last 4 years on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They run once more with McKinnon. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. And now, Charles, what do? You want to create some space here for your punter if you have to punt.
I think maybe you just go quarterback sneak and try and create that space and hope your punter can help you out.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he has a physical ability. He can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him to be a starter even though he wasn't getting any type of snaps. And this guy adapts and thrives with the ability to play against pressure.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. McKinnon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here again is McKinnon, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He finds an opening past the 40. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Fresh set of downs here. Play clock winding down. Back to throw. Goff. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Santa Clara after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Goff. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And a look now at Goff as he remains down and shaken up apparently. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So a big development here. Goff is out. And they'll hand it over to the Oregon State product. It's Sean Mannion. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, We have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, here we go now. 3, 9, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hey, check. Set. Blue. No. Check. Patriot.
Now Mannion with his first toss since coming in. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The rookie from Stanford, Solomon Thomas. And that'll bring up fourth down.
So with the addition of Solomon Thomas, think about what the 49ers have done now in their last 3 drafts. Eric Armstead, defensive tackle / end. DeForest Buckner, the same thing, out of the University of Oregon as well. And now Solomon Thomas stayed in the Pac-12 and got 3 big-time players.
And Thomas, Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year a season ago at Stanford. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. McKinnon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. 3-19.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. A big 30-yard play on third.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They run it with McKinnon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
When the 49ers were in the red zone last year, they finished with 6 points 68% of the time. That was second best in the NFL. They've got it here in the red zone, 1st and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this.
I got you, 88. I got you.
Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you.
Man left, man left.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll lead here to a third down. The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go now. Check.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon. He's got him. Touchdown 49ers. Pierre Garcon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
I know there are a bunch of people that actually hate this route. They don't think it's successful very often. But if you get a little bit of space and you throw it in the right spot, you can see the end result. We just saw a touchdown.
Yeah, we did. Who's it usually tougher for? Obviously, that was a great catch. Is it tougher on the passer or on the receiver there on the fake?
I think it's tougher on the passer to put it in the right spot and give the receiver an opportunity. The receiver just usually goes and finds the football.
He did there and got a touchdown out of it. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Gold now out to kick it away. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Let's go!
On first down, it's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again.
All right, here we go. Green, Leopard.
Throwing is Mannion. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's 3rd and 4.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Blue, line it.
Here's Mannion. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Set. 3-19.
Back to throw here. This is caught. It's Cooks. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The 49ers are happy to be in front, and they'll look to play another solid half of football. The Rams haven't played horribly, but will need to improve if they want to win this one. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 3rd and goal. McKinnon's by himself here, and it ends up working for a touchdown as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Third down, inches to go. Garoppolo's on target here, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. Rams take over late in the second. The ball's going to come out on the run. Staying late in the second. Reed's able to zero in on the QB here. This goes for a loss of 9. That'll do it from our studios in Orlando for the second half kickoff. Let's get you back out west to Santa Clara and Brandon Guy.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he's going to get this one to the rookie, Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now Gurley staying down. Well, let's hope he's all right. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Hurry up, here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Set. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw. And got a man. It's Woods. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try to. Too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
Robbie Gould puts another 3 on the board. 11 years in Chicago, all-time leading scorer for the Bears. Then he had 10 games with the Giants in 2016. Now he takes over for Phil Dawson in San Francisco. You ever met Robbie?
I have not. Good guy?
Good guy. He came to a studio I was working one time and actually kicked one over the building.
How about that? And quite an interesting story going from Chicago all those years, then New York quickly, and now all the way on the other coast to San Fran. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. Watch it now. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Boom, landed. Over. No. Here we go. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 39 that time. And quickly they get to the line.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Let's go. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead. In there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So they're going to go for 2.
Here we go now. Boom, 99 Philly. Here we go. Gun. Over.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
And now here's a carry heading left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Here's Bradley Pena now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play.
Detroit! Detroit! Go, go, go! Here we go now. 3-19.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.